I thought the detective wanted to congratulate me on finding my stolen car. Instead, he put his hand on his gun and said, "Step away from the vehicle, sir." My Chevrolet Malibu got stolen from a grocery store parking lot 3 weeks ago. I filed a police report, called my insurance company, and started looking at used cars online because nobody actually recovers stolen Chevys. They get chopped for parts within 48 hours. So when Detective Harris called me at work and said they'd located my vehicle, I nearly dropped my phone. "We found it parked on Riverside Drive," he said. "Can you come down to verify it's yours?" I left work immediately. 20 minutes later, I was at the station. Detective Harris walked out, maybe 50, graying hair, tired eyes. He shook my hand and said we needed to go look at the car together. "Is it damaged?" I asked. "That's what we need to determine." We drove to Riverside Drive in his unmarked sedan, and there it was, my silver 2015 Chevrolet Malibu, parked perfectly between a minivan and a pickup truck like it belonged there. I felt this rush of relief. My registration was in that car. My work laptop was in the trunk. I'd gotten everything back. Harris parked behind it, and we got out. I walked toward my Malibu with my keys in my hand. "Hold on," Harris said. "Let me check the VIN first." He bent down to look at the VIN plate through the windshield. I watched him write something down, then stand up slowly. His whole face had changed. "Sir, I need you to step away from the vehicle." "What? It's my car." His hand moved to his gun. "Step away from the vehicle, sir." "Detective, you called me. You said you found my car. The VIN doesn't match. This vehicle is registered to someone else. But it looks exactly like mine. Same color, same dent on the rear bumper." Harris pulled out his phone. "I need backup at Riverside Drive." He paused. "And run a background check on Derek Williams." That's my name. I put my hands up without being asked. "Detective, I think there's been a mistake. How did you know this car was here? You called me. You told me you found my car." "I never called you." The street started spinning. "Yes, you did. Detective Harris. 40 minutes ago." He shook his head slowly. "I didn't call you, Mr. Williams. Someone else did." 2 patrol cars pulled up. Officers got out, weapons drawn, surrounding me. Harris checked my call log. Unknown number. 41 minutes ago. He dialed it. The same voice answered. "This is Detective Harris with Metro PD. Who am I speaking with?" The line went dead. Harris looked at me differently. "Mr. Williams, I think you were set up." He walked to the Honda and tried the door. Locked. He radioed for a locksmith, and we stood there in silence for 15 minutes until a van pulled up. The locksmith popped the door in 30 seconds. Harris opened the driver's side door, and I heard him say one word under his breath that made my blood run cold. "Jesus!" He pulled out his phone. "I need forensics at Riverside Drive. We've got a body." My legs nearly gave out. "Mr. Williams, tell me exactly what you've been doing for the past 3 weeks." "Working. Going home. Looking for a car. Nothing else." Crime scene tape went up. They photographed everything. Then they removed something from the trunk, wrapped in a blue tarp. Something human-shaped. I threw up on the sidewalk. Detective Harris walked over and handed me a water bottle. His voice was different now. Gentler. "Mr. Williams, someone stole your car 3 weeks ago, used it to transport a body, then called you pretending to be me so you'd come here and put your fingerprints all over it. Who would do that?" "That's what we're going to find out." They processed the scene for 3 hours. Took my fingerprints, took my statement, took my phone. Harris told me not to leave town. When I finally got home that night, there was an envelope taped to my apartment door. No postage, no return address. Inside was a single photograph. Me, walking out of the grocery store 3 weeks ago. The exact moment before my car was stolen. And in the background, barely visible, was a woman I recognized immediately. My ex-girlfriend, Sarah. The one who swore she'd make me pay after I broke up with her. The one whose restraining order had just expired 2 weeks ago. I called Detective Harris immediately and told him everything. About Sarah, about the threats, about how she'd said she knew people who could make problems disappear. They arrested her the next morning. Turns out the body in my trunk was her new boyfriend. She'd killed him during an argument, panicked, and decided to frame me for it by stealing my car and making it look like I'd come back to the scene. She confessed to everything within 6 hours. Sarah got 25 years. Her mugshot made the local news. I sold the car to a junkyard for $500. Some things you just can't unsee. I drive a Toyota now, and every time I see a silver Malibu, my hands start shaking.